Hi there. Millennial pause or not, we're back. With Yoshi. Did I do that right this time? And Kelly. Yay! They are so freaking cute. They're so cute. So naturally, I'm scared of what comes next because the rules of BL. If it's beautiful in one episode, it's tragic following that. So
I don't actually remember how things happen, so I can't even spoil it because I don't remember the sequence of events.
I'm mentally preparing myself to be all riled up by the end of this episode. And I know that we're going to have to stop because we've got the jobs in the morning and we need the rest. So anyway,
is this the episode or I'm curious.
I don't think it is.
Remember.
I know what you're wondering. I don't think it is, but I don't remember the sequence of events.
Okay.
If it's not, it's coming very soon.
Yep. All right. Let's do it. Let's get her done.
Get her
All
done.
Right.
Get her done.
Yes, I am from the South.
Yeehaw. That's not South. That's that's Texas.
โอเคพี่โอเคมากเลยแล้วพี่โอเคไหมอ่ะโอเคแล้วหลังจากนี้จะทำอะไรต่อ
What are you gonna do next?
ทำงานเก็บเงินแล้วก็แต่งงาน
Whoa.
Quality looks promising.
ไม่เคลียร์
Your question wasn't clear. Oh my god, knowing this is the same universe as Duong makes so much
เขาได้ไป
sense
เรียนตอน
now.
ไหนอ่ะไม่รู้เราลงทะเบียนเรียนเมื่อไหร่ไม่ทราบมอบตัวเมื่อไหร่ไม่ทำอะไรผิดนะเราซื้อหนังสือยังไม่รู้สักอย่างเลย
I love him so much.
ที่พูดเนี่ยเพราะเป็นห่วงนะจบม.6 ดูอะไรสักอย่างเลยเนี่ยพี่ให้ดูผมดีเนี่ยพี่ดูผมขนาดนี้นะพี่มันเป็นผู้จัดการ
He literally graduated today. Give the man a break.
Give him 5 minutes.
เห็นอย่างนี้เนี่ยมันรวยนะครับพอเป็นแฟนกับหมู
I love him so much.
พี่ก็รู้แล้วว่า
I
ต้อง
need
ทำ
some
อะไร
tea.
ขอบคุณนะครับพี่แจง
ผมดีใจนะที่มีพี่แจงเป็นแฟนอ่ะ
My friend bought me this infuser years ago. And I just had it sitting in the cabinet. Finally get to use it.
Yeah, how did that end up?
Oh god, yeah.
มึงเล่นเลยเนี่ย
Oh no.
ติดนิสัยเคียงกับกูเหรอ
Oh no.
เล่นงี้กูใจหายหมดกูไม่ได้พูดเล่นว่ะกูพูดจริงตั้งแต่เมื่อไหร่วะไม่รู้ว่ะนานแล้วอ่ะกูไม่รู้ว่าม.ต้นหรือม.ปลายอ่ะแต่กูรู้ตัวอีกทีกูก็ชอบมึงไปแล้วอ่ะเฮ้ยเต้มึงไม่โอเคป่ะวะกูไม่รู้ว่าตอนนี้โอเคหรือไม่โอเคครับแต่
How are you shocked?
ช็อกว่ะ
You know what? You're a
มึ
male.
งเป็นเพื่อนกูแต่มึงมองกูมากกว่าเพื่อนอ่ะกูยอมรับว่ามันไปไม่ถูกว่ะเต้มึงใจเย็นก่อนนะเว้ย
At least he's being honest.
Yeah, I remember thinking this is
มึงไม่ต้องรู้สึกแบบเดียวกันกับที่กู
they were trying to be realistic in this kind of
ยังไง
popcorn.
กูอยากมีมึงอยู่ด้วยทั้งชีวิตอ่ะ
Cotton candy kind of
เหมื
world.
อนเดิมได้ป่ะวะ
Popcorn.
I feel like cotton candy and popcorn are in the same world. It's
มึง
fine.
จะคิดว่ากูไม่เคยพูดเรื่องนี้เลยก็ได้อะ
That just made me think about vice versa and how cotton candy was what they used instead of cake for birthdays.
Forgot about that. So many clever things.
What a
Yeah.
deep cut. Good God.
Sorry.
God, that was a deep pull.
Sorry. I don't know, man. It just popped
Why
up.
did they
and my
have
brain
to
went,
eat so much ramen at the end? And that damn post-it note. Every time someone says vice versa. I want to punch a wall.
How about all the Lay's production?
Lay's ramen and a damn post-it note. Everything about up to that point was so good.
I know. I know.
น้องที่ผ่านเข้ารอบเตรียมตัวเป็นเทรนนี่เข้าค่ายฝึก1 เดือน
เรื่องเมื่อกี้
น้องที่ผ่านเข้ารอบเตรียมตัวเป็นเทรนนี่เข้าค่ายฝึก1 เดือน
พี่เล่นครับกุญแจห้องครับ
หมูพี่ว่าจริงๆตอนมาของไม่ได้เยอะขนาดนี้ปะ เอาฝากไว้ที่นี่ก็ได้นะแล้วก็เอาของที่สำคัญไปก็พออะ
ไอเดียพี่เนี่ยดีมากเลยอ่ะพี่แกงผมนี่สำคัญสำหรับพี่ปะ
Am I important to you?
งั้นเอาผมลองกล่องหน่อยสิ
เนทลงไปไหนดิ
They're so
The fact that he
cute.
plays along.
หวานกันมากไอ้แกงมึงนี่ก็ร้ายเหมือนกันนะ อาศัยตอนที่แม่ไปทำบุญแล้วก็หนีตามน้องเข้าไป
หมูแล้วแม่มารับกี่โมงอ่ะ
เอาผมไม่ได้บอกพี่หรอกว่าวันนี้แม่ผมไม่ได้มารับอะ
เอ้าแล้วใครมารับ
นี่ไง
Oh
เฮียช
no.
วน
Oh
เป็นลูกพี่ลูกน้องผมเอง
no. Oh no.
Wait, did they ever discuss this?
นี่พี่แกง
You know what? It needed to happen. If they're gonna end up married, it needed to happen.
นี่ของใช่ปะเยอะเหมือนกันแล้วเนี่ย
เดี๋ยวช่วย
พี่แกงไม่ต้องกังวล
Oh
ผม
my
กับเมียเนี่ย
god.
คุยกันหมดแล้วเรื่องพี่
I remember him coming out and me
ไม่
yelling,
ไม่
"Get out of here,
เอา
book!"
เรื่องงานมาฟังได้แต่จริงๆเนี่ยแอบติดสิพี่แกง
I yelled at him a lot.
Remember when Yoshi
Yoshi
said
said
that
that
he
he
can
can
do
do
no
no
wrong?
เฉพาะเฮีย
I stand by that.
ผมก็เข้าใจ
That's a hill I'll die on.
พี่แกงด้วย
I don't
พี่
believe
น้องอะ
you.
ไม่ทะเลาะกันเรื่องแบบนี้หรอกเนาะ
จะกลับไหมนะมึงอะพูดมากกว่านั่นแหละ
กลับ
Gap, gap, gap. That's
He's
okay.
like, "Oh,
แก
so
ไม่
you
ต้องคิด
didn't
มาก
mention the
นะ
part where you
สิ่ง
hit
ที่
on
แก
me?"
กำลังกังวลอยู่ตอนเนี้ยมันจะไม่เกิดขึ้นแน่นอน พี่กับหมูเนี่ยเราคุยกันแล้ว ไปมึงอะไปดีกว่า
You were never in the running book.
Truly.
แม่เลยครับ
สวัสดีจ้า
แม่เป็นรู้ด้วยเหรอ
So mad.
แม่ใครน่ารัก
You got me started with that post-it note. I can't calm down.
Is she
พอ
the
ได้ดั่ง
best?
ใจแล้วก็
Is
อ้
she
อน
the
หมดเลย
best?
นะเราขอบใจมากนะจ๊ะโชนที่ไปรับมาให้เนี่ย
สบายมากครับ
สวัสดีครับ
แกงใช่ไหมจ๊ะ
ครับผม
พี่แกงเขามี3หน้าที่นะ เป็นทั้งผู้จัดการส่วนตัว เป็นทั้งเชฟส่วนตัว แล้วก็ยังเป็นแฟนหนูอีก
ไม่ค่อยออกนอกหน้าเลยนะเราเนี่ย แม่เคยเห็นเขาแล้วไม่ต้องมาอวดหรอก
เห็นที่ไหนอะแม่
ใช่ไหม
แม่สั่งหมูได้หรอ
แม่หายไปเนี่ย ไม่ได้หมายความว่าไม่ได้สนใจลูกนะจ๊ะเนี่ยอย่าเหลวไหลนะเข้ามหาวิทยาลัยแล้วเนี่ยก็ต้องรักษาเกรดให้ดีด้วย ไม่ใช่ว่าจะทำตัวเป็นศิลปินอย่างเดียวแล้วก็ไม่เรียน อนาคตแข้งขาหักมาเต้นไม่ได้จะได้ทำมาหากินอย่างอื่น
แม่พูดอะไรของแม่เนี่ยแต่ว่าแม่ไม่ต้องห่วงเรื่องนั้นเลยนะ ผมเนี่ยมีพี่แกงคอยจัดการทุกอย่างให้อยู่แล้ว ทุกอย่างเป๊ะหมดเลยแม่
จ้ะให้มันได้อย่างที่ป่าพูดนะอ่ะเดี๋ยวแม่ไปก่อนละ แม่มีงานต้องคุย
เดี๋ยวผมไปส่งคำนัดเรา
แล้วเจอกันนะ
บ๊ายบายแม่เลยครับ
โชน
ครับ
รู้เรื่องหมูกับแกงใช่ไหม
เพิ่งรู้วันนี้เหมือนกันครับว่าเขาเป็นแฟนกันแล้วอะ
ก่อนหน้าเนี้ย หมูเข้ามาบอกกับน้านะ เรื่องมีความรัก
Yeah, I'm not gonna like
Look
this
at how
woman
bored
even
you
more
can
than
do
I
it.
already dislike her. I can tell.
นะ คืองี้น้าอยากให้โชนไปคุยกับหมูให้หน่อยหมูไม่ค่อยฟังน้าหรอกน่าจะฟังโชนมากกว่า
ครับ ว่าแต่เรื่องอะไรเหรอครับ
That's not gonna go over well coming from him.
นั่นดิพี่ทีวีใหญ่กว่าที่นครถมตั้งเยอะอะดูครัวไม่กริปรอต้อนรับคุณแกมากับข้าวให้ผมกินเป็นโนด้วยผมเล่นแต่ป .1 ป .2 เอาเดี๋ยวไว้ว่างๆเนี่ยผมเล่นให้พี่ฟังนี่พี่เตียงคิงไซส์นุ่มสุดเลยอ่ะก่อนหน่อยดิ
ไม่เอา
นายพี่แกงถ้าเกิดได้พี่แกงมากอดนอนนะฟินหน้าดูเลยพี่นะ
So fucking cute. It's a good
Gay.
Oh, you're Ian. I'm sorry. That was just in my heart.
This was the scene where we were like, "Oh, this is not like my school president."
Well, Donna stomped your little lassies of Prada shoes at me, honey. I got your reference, Yosh.
Thank you.
This is very much not like my school, but it's also not like my school president because it is not strictly a high school
no.
show. This is a
Right,
transition
yeah.
show.
That's why we said it was the like step ladder up.
Also, horny teenage boys. Come on.
He's so happy.
พี่รู้ไหมว่าพี่อยู่กับผมตั้งแต่วันที่ผมไม่มีใครเลยอะ
Oh.
จนมาถึงวันเนี้ยวันที่ผมเห็นยอดเขาเอเวอเรสต์อะผมไม่ได้เดินขึ้นไปคนเดียวมีพี่เดินขึ้นไปพร้อมกับผมก็แค่มีความสุขมากๆที่มีพี่อยู่ข้างๆจนความสุขมันล้น
ไม่ต้องพูดแล้ว พี่รู้
Like, I'm embarrassed.
เขินนะ
ผมก็เหมือนกัน
พี่ว่า
Mu and Dwang.
เราค่อยเป็นค่อยไปกัน
Two sides of the same coin.
I love that he's like really silly and sweet, but like when a conversation needs to happen,
Yeah.
like he's really good at like locking in and like
Yeah.
having meaningful conversation and dialogues.
Yeah.
โอเคนะส่งแม่เสร็จแล้วเหรอ
หมูเฮียขอคุยด้วยหน่อยดิ
งั้นเดี๋ยวผมขอตัวก่อนนะครับ
เมื่อไหร่อ่ะ
ว่ามึงลบคลิปที่ถ่ายคู่กับแกงออกก่อนเถอะ
ลบทำไมอ่ะ
ก็มึงเนี่ยใกล้จะได้เป็นศิลปินแล้ว พอมึงดังก็จะมีคนขุดประวัติมึงแน่นอนอ่ะไอคลิปเนี้ยมันจะเป็นประเด็นดราม่าในอนาคตได้นะเว้ย
ดราม่าอะไรอ่ะผมกับพี่แกงคบกันก็ไม่เห็นผิดอะไรเลย
ก็ใช่ แต่พอมึงดังมีชื่อเสียงมากๆมีคนมาชอบเยอะๆเนี่ยในบรรดาคนที่เขามาชอบมึงอ่ะเขาก็อาจจะไม่ได้อยากให้มึงมีแฟนก็ได้นะ
อะไรเนี่ย
Easily the
What's
most
a lie?
toxic part
ที่
of
แม่ฝากเฮียมาบอกใช่ไหมเนี่ย
most
Oh,
basic
yeah.
and toxic part of fan culture.
เขาบอกว่าถ้าเขามาบอกเองมึงคงไม่ฟังอ่ะเลยให้เฮียมาเตือนเนี่ยแต่เอาจริงเฮียก็เห็นด้วยกับนาดาวเขานะ ไม่มีใครเข้าใจเราทุกอย่างหรอกเว้ยหมู อะไรที่มันจัดการได้เนี่ยก็จัดการไปก่อนและดิจิตอลฟุตปริ้นท์อะไรเนี่ยวันนี้มันน่ากลัวนะเว้ย
ครับผมลบไปครับพี่อะมีแค่นี้เนาะ
What bothered me is even though it pisses me off, they're also not wrong at the same time.
Yeah.
And it messes with your head.
มึงเข้าใจด้วย
Yeah.
กูยังอยู่กับพี่แกงอะกูเข้าใจพรุ่งนี้เจอกันเพื่อน
Like fans are lying when they say they want them to just be open about their relationships.
ได้พี่เดี๋ยวไปแล้ว
A lot of them don't.
ไปละ
Very few people have been able to
มาละครับ
build the right type of relationship with their fans where they can
อะไรกินเนี่ย
do that.
Mhm.
วันนี้มีข้าวผัดอะเอาง่ายๆเท่า
It
ที่
is
มี
rare,
ใน
but
ตู้
it
เย็น
has happened.
จริง
And there's always going to be a
แนะนำให้ผม
toxic
กิน
few, no matter how well you build up a relationship with your fans.
Mhm.
กิน
Because even if they like your relationship, they're still going to want to control it.
ดีใจจังเลยอะพี่มีพี่มาอยู่ด้วยกันแบบนี้เหมือนเรากำลังเตรียมตัวเข้าหอเลย
พูดไปเรื่อยนะเราเนี่ยเดี๋ยวกินเสร็จก็รีบอาบน้ำรีบนอนนะพรุ่งนี้เขานัด9 โมงใช่ไหมเดี๋ยวตื่นสัก7 โมงนะจะได้มีเวลาเตรียมตัวด้วย
ทราบครับคุณผู้จัดการผมจะรีบอาบน้ำ
Mr. Manager
รีบนอนกับพี่แกงเลยครับ
ไม่เอาอ่ะหมูเข้าไปนอนในห้องเถอะเดี๋ยวพี่นอนโซฟาเอง
ไม่พี่นี่มันคืนแรกของเราเลยนะ
พี่เป็นผู้จัดการหมูนะ
It's like
หมู
absolutely
ต้องฟัง
not.
พี่ดิถ้าไม่ยอมฟังนะพี่กลับนครปฐมจริงๆด้วยยีกินได้แล้วจ้องอยู่ได้
ประตูห้องผมไม่ล็อกนะ
พูดมาก
My door will be unlocked.
He can't handle it.
พี่แกง
ยังไม่นอนอีกเหรอ
พยายามนอนแล้วอะพี่แต่ว่านอนไม่หลับอะไม่มีคนกอดนอนอีก พี่ดูเรื่องอะไรอยู่อะ
The Way Home
ดูด้วยนะ
หมู
ครับ
เอาดีๆนะ
Again, the like
ดูงี้ไม่ทันเลยอะ
domesticity and intimate
เปลี่ยน
touching.
ท่าได้ไหม
Mhm.
เนี่ยหมูไม่นะ
This was, I loved
กิ
this.
นผมแล้ว
I
เนี่ย
was like, they're so real for this.
อย่างนี้ละขนาดแล้ว
That was just so cute and like sweet and soft.
โอ้โห
I
อีเหร
can't.
อ
หลานเขาคิดถึงยายเขาส่งจดหมายฝากไปให้อ่ะ สุดท้ายแล้วหลานกับยายเขาจะได้เจอกันไหมอะพี่
เขาก็ได้เจอกันแหละเขารักยายขนาดนั้นนะสุดท้ายอ่ะเขากลับมาหาอยู่ดี
ถ้าวันหนึ่งผมกับพี่ไม่ได้เจอกันแล้วอ่ะแล้วพี่คิดถึงผม พี่ส่งจดหมายฝากมาให้ผมได้ไหมอ่ะพี่ไม่ต้องเขียนอะไรมาเลยก็ได้
Why do I feel like this is going to come
ผ
up?
มจะได้รู้ตอนเปิดอ่านว่าพี่เป็นคนส่งมา
Chekhov's letter.
God, I hate when they foreshadow
Nah,
shit like
gang.
this.
จะอินอะไรขนาดเนี้ย
I love it and I hate it at the same time. Y'all don't even
Without-
have to say anything.
I
I
mean,
know it's going to matter. I know this is going to matter
อ
later.
ยากนอนตรงนี้อ่ะพี่
Because why are you adding shit like that into the show? It's going to matter later.
พี่แกล้งใจดี
Got what he wanted.
Are they both sleeping on the
กอดหน่อย
couch?
ได้ไหมอะ
Yes, he wouldn't
Yeah.
leave.
ตาย
His little happy, satisfied grin.
หอมด้วยกันไหม
Spoiled. Spoiled rotten.
He's like, I'm going to sleep with him tonight. Whether in the room or on the couch.
What if Kang has to pee?
He is used to waking up at like ass o'clock.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah.
สวัสดีครับพี่บาสแฟนใครเนี่ยน่ารักจังทำข้าวไปกินด้วย
ออนอยู่ได้7 โมงกว่าแล้วนะ ต้องเข้าบริษัทตอน9 โมง
ยังไม่อาบน้ำเลยอ่ะ
ไปอาบน้ำล้างหน้าล้างตาแล้วค่อยมากินข้าวก็ได้
โอเคครับ
Let him skip into the shower.
I know.
He's like, chitty. My man's making me breakfast. I'm about to be an idol.
Oh, coming up roses.
ทำอะไรอยู่เนี่ย ไม่ออกไปกินข้าวสักที
Which means it's all gonna fall apart in the next 20 minutes.
กลับทำไมอ่ะ
Well, not all of it, some of it.
ผมจะให้พี่เทสสักหน่อยว่าฉีดน้ำห
Oh
อมตรง
my
ไหน
god, I forgot.
อันนี้จุดที่ 1นะจำไว้ด้วยนะ จุดที่ 2อันนี้จุดที่ 3เตรียมตาแล้ว จุดไหนหอมสุดครับ
มันก็หอมหมดแหละ
งั้นมองน้ำหอมไว้ที่ปลายจมูกพี่ละพี่จะได้คิดถึงผมทั้งวัน
So
ไป
extra.
รีบไปกินข้าวเดี๋ยวสาย
โอเคครับ
So extra. He's so extra. Oh god, I forgot. It's like, oh, these two.
From like adorable, sugary
Jesus.
sweet to just little storm
What a
cloud.
mess. What a mess these two are.
กูมาคิดดูแล้วอะกูพยายามมาตั้งเท่าไหร่อะเพื่อที่จะทำตามความฝันอะกูทิ้งมันไม่ลงว่ะมึงอยากจะเป็นเพื่อนกูอย่างที่มึงบอกได้ใช่ปะกูสัญญานะเว้ยกูจะไม่ทำให้มึงอึดอัด
Oh, baby.
แต่เมื่อไหร่ที่กูล้ำเส้นเกินมากกว่าคำว่าเพื่อนอะมึงบอกกูได้เลยนะเว้ยมึงอยาก
Stop
เกรงใจ
taking
กู
your shirt off in front of me.
พูดกับกูตรงๆมาเลยเป็นเพื่อนกันเนาะ
Sure, dude.
Oh.
I'm gonna fist bump your face.
Do you recognize what you put him through?
And
I
what you're going
need
to
to say-
continue putting him through. Let's be real.
Yeah, that part. I think he's seeing it a little bit. Like, he doesn't even know how to be around you. Oof, oof, oof. These two. I forgot about them. Don't you lean on him.
Don't do it. Don't. No, don't.
No.
Oh.
You let him smack his head.
Oh, Jesus. I hate this. Knock him off you.
The way I would open the door.
Then it's the whiplash, and then it's the cutie pies.
ซื้อหม้อแกงด้วยนะ
เราเป็นผู้ดีกัน
I forgot how cute this was. Jesus.
แพ้เลยอ่ะทางได้ไหม
ไม่ ต้องอีกเก้า
ไอ้ครับเนี่ยหลอกจับมือกันเหรอครับ
Wow.
No. Oh, God, I love
กูขอโทษนะเว้ยนอนซบไหล่มึงตลอดทางเลยอ่ะเมื่อยไหมเดี๋ยวกูนวดให้นะ
That's not making
You
it
get your
better.
hands off of
ไม่
me!
เท่าไหร่อ่ะรีบเข้าไปข้างในดีกว่าวะ
Oh boy, I would fight. I would be fighting this man. I would be fighting this man. You do not get your hands off of me after telling you to just be friends.
Are you?
If you had to whisper that to yourself, then you need to re-examine your decisions. Come on, buddy.
Is that Christ on the wall?
It is. Because
Oh, yeah,
this is Riser. Just to be clear.
Okay. All right.
It's not
Are they
even
filming
subtle.
it in Riser?
I mean, it's not
Oh.
subtle.
Okay.
Their parallels to Riser are not subtle.
เตรียมทำรอไว้ให้
ใครเป็นโรคเหมือนเดิมพี่
อีกแล้วไม่รู้จักเบื่อ
ไม่เบื่อถ้าเกิดพี่แกงทำอะคิดได้ทุกวันตลอดชีวิต
And he
เลย
had to. This was before Tempo. We were like, what are they doing right now?
ตายได้ไหมอะพี่
ไม่นานหยุดไปตั้งหลายวันเดี๋ยวลูกค้าเขาบ่นไปได้แล้ว
กอดก่อน
คนเยอะเฮ้ย
So cute.
I love that Moo's like, I don't care. And Kang's like, I know what this is.
Because people think Tempo's the first time they like openly discuss stuff like this, and we're like, no, this was in Only Boo.
If you go talk to that child and tell him
มา
not
พ
to
บกัน
date
แล้ว
him,
เนาะ
I'm gonna fight
เดี๋
you.
ยวตามพี่เข้าไปข้างในได้เลยค่ะ
เพื่อนหมูเหรอ
ครับพี่มีอะไรหรือเปล่าครับ
เราชื่ออะไรนะ
ชื่อแกงครับ
แกงสนิทกับหมูมากใช่ไหม
ก็สนิทครับพี่
งั้นต่อไปเวลาเจอกันก็ระวังหน่อยนะ พอดีพี่กลัวคนเข้าใจผิดอ่ะ ไม่อยากให้มีปัญหาอะไรก่อนเซ็นสัญญา
There's simply nothing to misunderstand. They're very clear about what they are.
ยศนั่งตรงนี้ปะ
ไม่อะ
Nope.
นั่งตรงนี้แล้ว
He needs space.
สวัสดีทุกคนนะครับ ยินดีต้อนรับทุกคนเข้าสู่โปรเจกต์ New Wave กับพวกเรา TTM นะครับ
สวัสดีครับ
พี่เป็นหนึ่งคนนะครับที่คัดเลือกทุกคนเข้ามาอยู่ในโปรเจกต์นี้ด้วยกัน ก็ขอปรบมือให้กับทุกคนที่ผ่านการคัดเลือกจนถึงรอบฝึกซ้อมนะครับ 10 คนที่นั่งอยู่ตรงนี้ไม่มีใครรู้นะว่าจะได้เดบิวต์กันกี่คน เพราะงั้นพยายามไปให้เต็มที่นะครับ เดี๋ยวฝากพี่เฟิร์นแนะนำกิจกรรมต่อไปได้เลยครับ
Oh.
Oh man, I forgot all this
เป็น
stuff.
โปรดิวเซอร์คุมโปรเจกต์ New Wave ในครั้งนี้ แล้ววันนี้เป็น first taste การร้องการเต้นของน้องทุกคนค่ะ เพื่อตัดเกรด เราจะได้รู้กันว่าแต่ละคนจะต้องพัฒนาในจุดไหนเพิ่มเติมเนาะ แล้วในทุกๆอาทิตย์จะมีการทดสอบ
Look away,
มีคะแนนให้
sir.
ชาร์จเปอร์เซ็นต์ค่ะ
Calm down.
ขออนุญาตนะครับ เรานับคะแนนจากไหนล่ะครับ คณะกรรมการหรือว่าคนดู
เราจะมีคะแนนจากโซเชียลมีเดีย 30% และคณะกรรมการอีก 70% ค่ะ
จะไม่มีเรื่องของเส้นสายเข้ามาเกี่ยวใช่ไหมครับ
And there it is.
คะแนนของเราเปิดเป็นเรียลไทม์โชว์ให้ทุกคนเห็นพร้อมกันค่ะ มีคำถามอะไรอีกไหมคะ
This little douchebag.
I know, right?
กิจกรรมของเราในวันนี้
ใช่คนฝั่งตรงข้ามปะ
พาร์ทร้อง
โอ้มึงตลอดเลย
พาร์ทเต้นแล้วก็การ
ไม่รู้อ่ะกูเห็นละน้องกูหลายรอบด้วย
Got something to say, Curls?
Girls. Hey, book.
พี่ชนโทรมาหาผมมีอะไรจะคุยกับผมหรือเปล่าครับ
ว่าจะถามนานแล้วอะไอ้กระเป๋าแกงนี่มันเขียนว่าอะไรหร
Hey,
อ
maybe book can occasionally do something
Good.
wrong.
Thank you.
ไอหมูมันทำให้ครับ ผมก็ไม่รู้เหมือนกันพี่ต้องลองไปถามมันดูอะครับ
His little thing here.
ไอ้หมูนี่มันก็ข้างรักดีเหมือนกันเนาะมีทำกระเป๋าให้ด้วยแต่ไอ้ความข้างรักเนี่ย มันก็ไม่ได้ดีเสมอไปนะที่จะมาคุยกับเราเรื่องนี้แหละ
ไอหมูมันทำไมเหรอครับ
คือนาดาวเขาฝากมาเตือนน่ะเรื่องที่หมูชอบลงโซเชียลกับแกงอะคืออีกหน่อยพอมันดังขึ้นใช่ไหมอะไรที่มันอยู่ในโซเชียลเนี่ยมันก็จะมีคนพุทขึ้นมาก็ได้ ไม่ว่าเวลามันจะผ่านไปนานแค่ไหนเนี่ยมันก็จะมีคนที่ไม่หวังดีอะขุดมันขึ้นมา
I hate how they're doing this, but I hate that they're right because it's literally what people do. But it shouldn't just be on fans or jerks, you know?
ครับ ผมเข้าใจแล้วครับพี่โชน
Because the company could support you
แกงก็นะ
in spite of that.
แกงก็รู้ว่าหมูมันดื้ออะเมื่อวานพี่บอกมันไม่รู้มันฟังพี่บ้างหรือเปล่า
ครับพี่ เดี๋ยวผมจะไปย้ำหมูให้อีกรอบนะครับ
I've never been able to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta warm up the
Yeah.
and then when I get
Yeah,
there,
but-
I can do the noise.
Oh, you can't do the thing with the lips. But I got
do it.
giant. I got giant lips. Oh, buddy.
Listen,
Even King was like, "Yo."
I have
Bruh.
watched vocal teachers at GMM
เรา
and
มอง
other
เสร็จแล้ว
places
เดี๋ยว
in the
ต่อไปเรา
industry
จะลองเดินโฟ
make
กัสเหมือนที่เล่าให้ฟังหาจุดโฟกัส
incredible
หนึ่งจุดแล้วก็เดิน
progress
ที่
with
จุดนั้น
people
ได้เลย
who
ค่ะไป go
Yeah, that's
were
true.
tone deaf at the
ระดับ
start.
สายตา
So,
นะโอเคดีสายตาแล้วจะ
dude, I don't like you.
Little smug little face. Hey, hey, I got it.
He got it
Yeah.
directly against his own mother's wishes. So back off, weirdo.
But it's really interesting. They're touching on everything because
The little
yeah.
this the from
Uh-huh.
They are touching on everything because that nepotism
Is
thing
Tay struggling?
is real too.
เท่าไหร่อะ
Oh no.
เมื่อไหร่เราไว้เจ๊
Not you. Oh, I forgot this very scenic moment.
เป็นไรวะ หน้าดูไม่จอยเลย อ่ะเอาน้ำมาให้ขอบคุณนะกูได้ซีทุกอันเลยอ่ะ ฮะ ดูดิ เฮ้ยได้ไงวะ ไม่รู้อ่ะมึงได้เท่าไหร่อ่ะขอดูหน่อยดิโอ้โหมึงได้คะแนนดีจังวะเฮ้ย
Seriously, what is wrong with you?
ใจเย็นกูเองไม่เป็นไรมากป่ะคาแรคติ้งเดินชนเราไปรอบหนึ่งแล้วนะ
ไม่ได้ชนเว้ยแค่อยากเห็นหน้าใกล้ๆอะว่าใช่ลูกคุณดาว GP ป่ะ พอดีกูสายตาไม่ค่อยดีว่ะ ปรากฏว่าใช่ว่ะ
ใช่แล้วทำไม
ไม่มีไรกูแค่สงสัยอ่ะ ตอนแรกเขาเอาแค่8งอกมาจากไหนไม่รู้อีก2ว่ะ กูก็เลยอยากรู้ว่าอีก2คนหน้าตาเป็นไงอ่ะ แต่พอเห็นแล้วก็ อ๋อโอ้ร้องได้ A ด้วยเหรอ แม่เอาให้เขียนด้วยวะรวยเลยวะ
มึงหยุดใจเย็นนะเว้ยคิดดี
You gotta calm down, little
ๆ
buddy.
เสียเว้ย
He's like, I'm already in a shit mood. I will split your little melon.
เนี่ยเว้ยของ
I mean,
จริง
his bad attitude will send him out of
A.
out
I
at
got
some
A.
point.
เสียเวลา
Because if it's supposed to be a team and you can't be a team
นั่
player,
นมันใครวะ หน้ามันกวนตีนที่
they're gonna grade you on that at
ถ้าแม่ง
some
มาอีก
point.
อะบอกกูได้นะเว้ย
His face does get on my nerves.
เฮ้ยมึงใจเย็น
He has a very punchable face.
He really does have a punchable face.
หงุดหงิดทั้งวันเลย
We're sorry, young man, if this ever gets back to you. But you have a punchable face.
พี่จ้างอย่างเดียวเลยเว้ย
I will admit that I am
Oh,
somebody
you
who
made
is
me feel
changeable, and that if you can convince me that you're not a horrible
Mama, shut up.
person,
ผม
I won't think your face is as punchable.
Ooh, ooh,
มึง
ooh.
บ้าปะกูเป็นเพื่อนกับมันตั้งนานนะเว้ย
The jury's still out on a certain someone that I think is a very punchable face, and I've thought
Moo
that
is
was
Moo is talking him down.
Yep. I mean, we
มึง
all
รู้สึก
he's
ดี
the
เวลาที่มึ
matchmaker.
งอยู่กับมันถูกไหมแล้วมึงก็รู้สึกแย่เวลาที่มันคุยกับคนอื่น
He's
ถูกไหม
he's the queer whisperer.
แล้วมึงก็ชอบให้มันอยู่ข้างๆมึงคนเดียวถูกไหมถูก ถูกไหม
นี่มันก็ชัดแล้วนะเว้ยมึงยังไม่รู้ตัวเหรอวะ ชัดอะไร
You
ของมึงวะ
like him.
กูเป็นเพื่อนกับมันตั้งนานแล้วเว้ย กูแค่ห่วงเพื่อนเว้ย
But you want to make out with his face.
Sweetie.
ถ้าเกิดมึงอยากรู้ใจตัวเองอ่ะ มึงก็แค่ทำอะไรที่เพื่อนเขาไม่ทำกันกับมันอ่ะเดี๋ยวมึงรู้เลย แล้วก็เลิ
A
กหงุดหงิด
dangerous
แล้วก็
game
เครีย
to
ดได้
play, by the way.
Like it.
And Jinx.
What's that? I couldn't
ไปก่อนนะ
tell.
เว้ย
Is that Project Alpha? That's fourth.
That's fourth,
พวกเรา
yeah.
3 คนไม่มีบ้าน
And
อยู่ที่กรุงเทพเลยใช่ไหม
Hong is no.
พอ
not
ดีว่า
Hong.
พี่ให้ทีมงานเขาเตรียมห้องไว้ให้ แชร์กัน 3 คน
Oh my god, my
ช่วง
brain.
ซ้อมจะได้ไม่ต้องเหนื่อยไปกับทุกวัน
อ๋อ ผมอยู่บ้านย่านครับ ไม่ค่อยไกล
อ๋อ งั้นก็เหลือกัน 2 คนชิลเลยดิ สนิทกันอยู่แล้ว งั้นก็ตามนั้น
Now you're living together. He's like, I'm at my aunt's. I'm getting out of here.
What's that in the red back there?
โอเค
William? No, William's in the black.
No.
Who's in the red?
ไปเถอะมึง
Jem? It might be
I
Jem.
was gonna say it looks like Gem.
And it would make
Really?
sense he'd be on the same wall as fourth.
It
Are
could
you
be.
sure? He looks a little thicker than Jim.
ฮัลโหล
This was,
ป้า
remember, this was a couple of years
วันนี้
ago.
เต้ไม่ได้กลับบ้านนะ
Oh, and he didn't have as fluffy hair.
Yeah, I don't think that's Jim at all.
Is this pre-barcode?
ผมได้เป็นเทรนนีไง
Yeah. This is a while ago. This is before Tempo.
Rise, who's in Riser?
When?
ปาไม่ฟังกูเลยอ่ะ ปาเข้างานยุ่งเลย
Nanon?
Oh, it might be Nanon.
Had the hair like that?
เลิกเตรียม
Maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Somebody in the comments will tell us.
That's poofy long hair.
ก็นอนข้างบนแล้วกัน เฮ้ย กูไม่ได้ให้มึงนอนข้างบน กูให้มึงเลือกข้างเฉยๆว่าจะนอนข้างไหน
กูไม่เคยนอนข้างบนอ่ะอยากลอง
ไปยศอยู่ข้างล่าง
He's
ดี
like,
กว่า
how far away can I be? Oh boy. I didn't realize this ridiculous fall was this episode. Now his arms underneath him. these BL falls.
It's almost
แก
as,
ระดับจริงเหรอ
almost as deadly as the Thai fainting disorder.
ไม่กลับได้ไหมอ่ะ
God, they're so cute.
อีก2 วันเดี๋ยวพี่ก็มาใหม่
โอเคถ้ากลับ
But
นะ
truly
เขา
nothing sustains
พี่ขนทุกอย่างเลยนะพี่
shortage.
คนบ้านขนรถมาเลย พี่จะได้อยู่กับผมเป็นเดือน
As what?
The button shortage. At least we all survived that as best we could.
ข้าวดีกว่า
I would be okay with that coming back.
ไข่พะโล้ของพ่อของผม
It just looks so good every time I see it.
อร่อยมากเลยสงสารคนอื่นจังเลยอ่ะซ้อมเต้นเหนื่อยกันทั้งวัน แต่ว่าไม่มีใครกลับบ้านแล้วได้กินพะโล้สุดเด็ดฝีมือพี่แกงเหมือนผมเลย กินไปคำเดียวเลยพี่หายเหนื่อยเลยอ่ะ
โอ้เวอร์
ไม่ได้เวอร์นะพี่พะโล้พี่เนี่ยทำแบบมีกำลังใจไม่ท้อพร้อมสู้ต่อทุกๆวันเลยนะพี่ ถ้าเกิดพี่ไม่เชื่อนะเดี๋ยวผมเต้นให้ดูเลยมาเล่นด้วยกันเลย
ไม่เอากินไม่เถอะ
พี่แกงเต้นน่ารักกระต่ายคนกดไลค์ตั้งเยอะ พี่จะดูปะเนี่ย
คลิปนั้นน่ะพี่ว่าหมูลบดีกว่านะ
I hate that they used him to do that.
น่ารักไม่ออก
หมูฟังแม่กับพี่ชวนเขาบ้างก็ได้นะ เขาหวังดี
ไม่ต้องคิดมากอะพี่มันไม่มีอะไรหรอกคนหนูเขาแยกแยะได้
Oh, they can't.
คนมันก็แยกแยะไม่ได้ไง
Unfortunately,
หมู
no, they can't.
They
ไม่กลัวพี่
cannot.
ถ้าเกิดมันจะมีดราม่านะผมก็พร้อม
I hate
ข้างๆนะ
saying this way, but we are the exception, not the
ดรา
rule.
ม่าไหน
Yeah
พร้อมจะไฟเลยพี่
แต่พี่ก็อยากให้หมูคิดดูอีกทีนะฟังผู้ใหญ่เขาบ้างก็ดี
ผมฟัง แต่ว่าผมก็มีเหตุผลของตัวเองเหมือนกันอะพี่เชื่อผมดิแค่เราลองคลิปเต้นกันอะมันไม่มีอะไรหรอกพี่ไม่ต้องพูดเรื่องนี้แล้วนะ
I always felt two ways about Moo. Because
เปล่า
Moo,
เดี๋ยวพี่ไปหยิบให้
เฮ้ยไม่เป็นไรพี่ผมจะเอง
Moo knows himself and knows what he wants. And part of me is like, just let him do what he wants.
Yeah.
Good Lord, that's a lot of product. But also, he's very pie in the sky as well
Yeah.
ผมมีอะไรพี่
Yeah.
ทำด้วย
and unrealistic.
He's confident, but he's confident to the point of optimism.
พี่หูจมูกว่ะ
Yes.
And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
there's like a lot of naivete that comes with like his
อันนี้ไม่ค่อยกิน
worldview.
แล้วผมจะบอกว่า
Yeah.
ผมทำเพราะอะไรชิบ
He feels like because he's
อื
been
ม
he's been
Oh wait,
planning for this.
so cute. I forgot.
น้ำมันถึงไม่ได้ก็ต้องมีอากาศเข้าไปแทนที่ใช่ไหมพี่แล้วเมื่อกี้พี่ปิดจมูกแสดงว่าพี่หายใจทางปากแล้วมันก็แปลว่าลมหายใจพี่มันเข้าไปอยู่ในนี้ไง
Jesus, this little dude.
Not him shit. Oh my god.
อืมกดเช่นจังถึงแม้ว่าพี่ไม่อยู่อ่ะแต่ว่า
So cute.
พี่อยู่ในตัวผมอ่ะ
Oh
Your
my
breath is
god.
already in my
ไม่
body.
ใช่สำหรับคุณก็คือช่วยลดความคิดถึงที่ผมมีให้พี่
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you're
I do think he thinks, you know, that he's been planning for this and strategizing for this for so long that he thinks he can handle the fans.
Mm-hmm.
เฮีย หยุดทุกอย่างที่เฮียกำลังทำอยู่เดี๋ยวนี้เลย
Not like that.
มีอะไร
เฮียไปบอกพี่แกงทำไมอ่ะเรื่องลบคลิปอ่ะเฮียรู้ไหมว่าพี่แกงเขาคิดมากเลย
นี่หมู คนอื่นเขาก็คิดมากกันหมดนั่นแหละ
I appreciate that, like,
มึงอะไม่คิดอะไรเลย
everybody's worried about Moo, but Moo is worried about Kang, and he's the only one worried about
Mhm.
Kang, and he,
จะกลัวอะไรกันนักห
I
นา
will say, he does know that.
กูกับนาดาวเนี่ย ไม่อยากให้มึงมีปัญหาทีหลังนะเว้ย สิ่งที่มึงกำลังทำอยู่เนี่ย มันจะพังความฝันมึง เข้าใจไหม
แต่ผมว่าเฮียกับแม่ขึ้นไปเองนะเฮียลองคิดจากมุมมึงดิถ้าเกิดหมูโกหกเขาไม่มีแฟนแล้ววันหนึ่งมีคนจับได้ขึ้นมาเฮียมันจะแย่กว่านี้อีกนะ มันไม่ซื่อสัตย์ทั้งคนอื่น ไม่ซื่อสัตย์กับแฟนเรา
It's true.
กับทุกๆอย่างเลยนะเฮีย
He's not wrong about that.
นี่หมู ไม่มีใครเขาบอกให้มึงโกหกนะเว้ย มึงอย่าเข้าใจผิด แค่มึงไม่เป่าประกาศเหมือนที่มึงทำอยู่ทุกวันนี้ก็พอแล้ว
มันก็เหมือนกันนั่นแหละ ไม่
It
พูดถึ
really
ง
is the same
ไม่
thing.
ยอมรับ มันก็คือการโกหกอะไรเฮียเพราะที่หมูลงคลิปไปอ่ะ
I'm gonna quote
มันไม่ใช่การเป่าประกาศ
Bridgerton
ด้วยซ้
now,
ำหมูล
season
งว่าหมูอยาก
4.
ลง คลิปลงมาน่ารักดี
Nobody wants to be a secret.
เราก็รักกันดีด้วย
Mm-hmm.
แค่นั้นเอง
Literally what Billy said.
กูไม่รู้จะพูดยังไงกับมึงแล้วอะ
Well, we just love
เอา
each
เป็นว่า
other. Why?
ที่กูทำอะเพราะกูเป็นห่วง มึง
Is
อย่าเข้าใจ
that
ผิด
bad? Is that
ใช่ไหม
wrong?
เพราะฉะนั้น มึงแค่ไม่ต้องเป่าประ
It
กาศ
sucks because, like, he's
So we
not
can't call.
entirely wrong. It's just
Mm-hmm.
this is it's such a nuanced situation.
It
because
really is.
เขาบอกให้มึง
They're
โกห
both
กนะ
not
เว้ย
wrong and they're
มึง
both
อย่าเข้า
not
ใจผิด
right. It's like,
แค่มึงไม่เป่าประกาศเหมือนที่มึงทำอยู่ทุกวันนี้ก็พอแล้ว
That's why I feel like I feel like this show and Tempo handled this very
แบ
different.
บนี้สิเขาถึงว่าเป่าประกาศอ่ะ
oh god, he did not do what I think he just did.
กลับมาแล้วเหรอจ๊ะวางไงเมื่อคืนแรกเล่ามาสิ
ไม่มีอะไรอย่างที่มึงคิดหรอก มึงกลับไปนอนเถอะ ไป
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
ผมมีพี่คนหนึ่งอยากแนะนำให้รู้จัก ผมเจอพี่เขาครั้งแรกตอนไปซื้อแป้งสีฟันที่ร้านข้าวแกงอ่ะ
I love Moo so much, but this is also such a bad thing.
ตั้งแต่รู้จักกันมา
You
เขาทำให้ผม
don't
ยิ้ม
tell everybody
แล้วก็
where he
หัวเราะได้ไม่เคยหยุดเลย
is.
เขาเป็นคนพิเศษ เขาคือแค่ได้แกงของผมเอง
The middle ground is something that Moo is not even willing to do, and the middle ground is
Mhm.
saying you're in a relationship, but saying it's private and you're not gonna tell people who it is.
The middle
That's the
ga-
middle ground.
Moo does not do halfway.
I know.
Moo and halfway have never met. They doesn't even go to this school.
เย็นก่อนนะครับพี่แกงถึงขั้นโทรมาเนี่ย ชอบใช่ปะก็บอกให้
And that's the
ลองคิด
thing is
ไงจะลอง
everybady's
ทำไม
telling him to go to the
ผมอยาก
extreme
ประกาศความ
degree
ภาคภูมิใจ
instead of
ให้
saying
โลกรู้ว่า
do this.
พี่แก
This
ง
is
เป็น
the
แฟน
middle
ผมอะ
ground. Say you're in a relationship. Just don't tell anybody who it is.
ชอบไหมอะพี่ ตอบให้ผมชื่นใจหน่อยได้ไหมอะแต่ถ้าเกิดพี่ไม่กล้าตอบในโทรศัพท์อะพี่ก็มาหาผมแล้วก็มาบอกข้างหูผมเลยก็ได้ผมคิดถึงพี่อะอยากเจอพี่แกงมากเลยอะนะแป๊บนึงนะ พี่แกงฟังนะ ฟังนะครับคนกรุงเทพผมรักพี่แกงได้ยินไหมผมรักพี่แกงได้ยินไหมผมรักพี่แกงผมรักพี่แกง
It's really fucking
So-
cute, guys. It's really cute.
Freaking adorable.
Like the announcement was actually quite lovely and beautiful,
It
but also
was.
such a bad
It was
idea.
like a cute little video.
It's such a bad idea.
Could you imagine someone doing that?
Yeah.
อุปสรรควะห้ามมีสัมพันธ์ลึกซึ้งในขณะอยู่
I want to
ภาย
actually
ใต้
see
สั
the
ญญานี้
preview.
โดยเคร่ง
How
ครัด
dare you,
แต่ผมจะ
Vicky?
ผ่านไปให้ได้เพราะผมมีพี่แกงอยู่
อีกนิด
Hey, hey, yeah, yeah,
ฟัง
yeah.
นะครับคนกรุงเทพ
Oh, it's
ผม
not
รัก
letting me
พี่
do
แก
it.
ง
I want to see the preview because we're gonna shut it down for the night, I think.
Mhm.
กว่าจะได้เป็นศิลปินอ่ะมันก็ต้องมีอุปสรรคปะวะห้ามมีสัมพันธ์ลึกซึ้งในขณะอยู่ภายใต้สัญญานี้โดยเคร่งครัดแต่ผมจะผ่านไปให้ได้เพราะผมมีพี่แกงอยู่
อีกนิดเดียวอ่ะก็จะไปถึงยอดเขาเอเวอเรสต์ของหมูแล้วนะ
แฟนใครเนี่ยน่ารักจังเลย
แฟนหมูไงแฟนหมูแค่คนเดียวอ่ะ
เราจะผ่านเรื่องนี้ไปด้วยกันนะพี่แกงเรื่องของผมมาไปได้ดี แต่เรื่องของเพื่อนผมมาดีมีแฟนแล้วเหรอเปล่าพี่ผมจะได้เดบิวต์หรือเปล่าอ่ะมาเอาตัวช่วยผมด้วยนะ
It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So I had to say, like, you have to put us in the time frame that this came out. First of all, the fact that GMM was doing a show that was very much mirroring
Yeah.
its own structure,
Yeah.
and this was before everything shifted. So
Yeah.
I really think this was a precursor to be like, hey, this is what we actually, y'all say a lot of stuff, but we're just telling you where we're at in this. And
Yeah.
but it was the oh no, I lost it.
I'll
Oh.
go. Oh, never mind. Go say.
I was gonna say listen, we can't like say we know things, but we've
Mhm.
always said that a lot of this was contractual. We have
Mhm.
always stood by that.
Yes.
This idea of they're not boyfriends or they're not gay or blah blah blah. We've always said there's probably some contractual stuff. And I was in shock. Not now because everything's so
Yeah.
wide open now, but when this came out, we were like, are they
Owning it.
really just telling us? But they're doing it by saying fans are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're putting the onus
We're
on
not
us.
bad guys.
This
Yeah.
is exactly what they did in Tempo. They did the same thing in
Yeah.
Tempo. They
So
always
they
put the
doubled
onus.
down.
They always put the onus on us as the fans and not them as their bullshit. Like it's and the reality is it's nuanced. It is fans, but it's also your sponsors. Your sponsors are homophobic. You need the money. You don't want to lose the money, so they have to not be gay to get it. You were going exactly where I was going to go, which is to everyone, to every asshole who fought with me over the years once I got into BL about, oh, the companies can't say that they can't be in a relationship and the companies wouldn't do that and all that fuckery. Fuck you. I was right. And I knew I was right because I come from K-pop. And it is a well-known fact in K-pop that they put in their contracts they can't date they cannot be in relationships for long periods of time while they're under contract. So honestly, fuck you guys for anybody who fought with me about that because they're admitting it. That in this and in Tempo, that is what's infuriated me so much more than in almost anything. Well, almost anything. I want to be clear. It's almost anything. Because I'll still look at the company and I go, you fuckers still refuse to take responsibility for your own
Yes.
Just any
You
culpability.
every
And
time.
they're using these shows to kind of be like, guys,
Yes.
come on.
That is the
We're
only
not
part.
bad.
That's the only part that makes me angrier than having it validated. And this has happened to us over the years. Having
Yes.
things validated that we have fought with people about. We have stood 10 toes down and been shredded for thinking that or saying it out loud. saying the parts out loud that fans don't want to acknowledge. These people are people. They are human beings and they are hot. They're going to be in situationships. They're going to be dating. They're going to be sleeping around. They're going to be doing all the stuff that you are doing as well. They're just having to do it in the dark of the night.
Yes.
They're having to do it in the undercover because of y'all and because of these companies. Like, and I also, something that frustrates me that made me think about it in this episode is some fights that happened around a certain ship that broke up, and people telling me that the company can't force them to do anything. The company can't force them to treat anybody a certain way or force them. And I was like, again, this is another way to prove that they absolutely can.
Yeah.
If a lot of these companies, the contracts are predatory and they own you. They own you. So if they tell you to jump, you're going to say how high. Or you're just going to jump and not ask how high, and you're going to go all the way for it. And people just act like, no, the companies would never do that. Yes, they would.
And I think what's confusing people even more these days is the contracts clearly are different than they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got some people who are still closing out previous contracts, and you've got new people coming in
Mm-hmm.
have all these freedoms. And so it's blurring the line between, well, why, clearly they could do it. These people are doing it. Yeah, well, it's not the same. That contracts change. You renegotiate them. So it's why older couples now seem to have more freedom than they used to, because they have more to bring to the table and they can renegotiate their contracts. The fact that this is a business is so lost on people.
I know. And I bring up K-pop because, and I've said this for such a long time, BL was following the structure of K-pop in the way that they did their contracts and things like that. Before debut, trainees can do a lot of things that people who have debuted can't.
Mm-hmm.
Before these pairs have their show out in the world, they can get away with a lot of stuff. You will have thank you. That's exactly what I'm thinking about. You have so many pairs who before debut, if they, whatever is going on with them, before their show debuts, they get away with so much because the company's eyes are not on them. And the company wants them to be doing it because they want you to get interested in them. They want you to be drawn in. So they're going to let them just be and do what they want. But Kelly and I, and Yoshi probably has as well, but I just know that Kelly and I have talked about it, have time and time again watched a pair marinate, is what we have labeled it. We've watched them marinate and we've watched them have all types of freedom, and then their show airs and we watch it's like the gilded cage closes its doors and things get locked down and it gets tighter and tighter the more popular they become. And then they're like locked into this kind of game between the fans and the company and themselves. And then some of them escape it and some of them just stay there, and it is what it is. Like Kelly said, some of them,
their partnership.
Yeah, some of them renegotiate and some of them are just like, we will find ways around it, or we will just live the way that we are living. Sorry. This is just, you know how I feel about this stuff.
I know. And it was
the reason that we wanted you to watch this show.
I know, I got it.
I also felt like Only Boo was a testing ground for Tempo.
Right.
Because they did it. People are so funny. They're, the poster, I didn't get it. No one told us Only Boo existed or was dropping. It just appeared one day. And we were like, the hell is this little show? It got no promotion. It just sat in a corner. And if you found it, you found it. And it was completely dependent on word of mouth. And people were so against younger shows. They wanted everything to be Kim Porsche. So no one was paying it any mind because it was just a dumb they kept calling it a high school show.
Yeah.
Because it started in high school. And so all of this really interesting stuff was happening over in a vacuum, but they could also test out that storyline.
Yes.
They could test out like playing with this idea of like how can we get them on our side
Yeah, can we blame the
through our
fans?
series?
Yeah, can we blame the fans and get away with it? And I mean, clearly they felt like they could because that's exactly the route they went in Tempo.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yep.
owning up to the fact that like sponsors are still homophobic and they don't want.
So this is what I also took from it, because I always think about my the dance event organizer. I see him. He's GMM, and then the other dance event organizer are like the other companies. And I always talk about it like the other guy. He's beloved. Everybody loved him. He's so great. He was gay, openly gay, right? So that was in the height of us trying to fight for equality for queer people in that dancing competition. And so he was like revered and blah blah blah. And the guy I knew, his feelings were hurt because he was like the run. He was the big guy. He was GMM. He had all of these huge events and stuff. And he was just like following the rules and doing this stuff. And he's like, why is everybody mean to me? Why do they think I am homophobic? He's like, I'm not homophobic. You know, queer people are in my life. Why doesn't anyone get it? And I'm like, because you are the machine. And he is smiling. He's like some companies talking to you. He's sitting in front of a camera or writing long posts, and he feels accessible to them, but he may not be running as tight a ship as you. And so he had to get ahead of it, kind of like these shows, and be like, guys, I'm not that guy, but doing it in a way that worked within the machine. And that is what they're doing. They are saying they don't care about whether I can't get to my words. They don't want you to think they're homophobic.
Right.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
I went really long to get there. I am so sorry.
No. It makes sense to have a real world of personal like experience with that. Because you're absolutely right. It's kind of like seeing the forest for the trees kind of stuff, or like there's a difference between the individual versus the entity, which is where, you know, I'm not going to get into that whole thing. I could so easily swing into like a rant on corporations and capitalism and all the things. I'm not going to do that. But I think individually, most of the people at GMM are very queer forward. I think individually, they are pro LGBTQIA. Look at their hiring choices. Look at their story choices. Look at the direction look at the direction they all seem to be pushing it to go. And I want to say they are pushing it to go. As a company, that's different. They are going to blow wherever the wind takes them. And if things are looking pro LGBTQIA plus, they will blow that way. But the second it stops looking like that, like this last election is what makes things get dicey and scary and concerning.
Yeah.
If things blow the other direction, you're going to see GMM pick up straight shows again, like a lot of straight shows, and things are going to quiet down a lot. So they're going to follow as a company, they're going to follow where the money is. And they don't really care whether you see the company as homophobic or not, ultimately. But individually, they want you to be like, no, like Pita is totally cool.
I don't know. I think they are trying to do that with this. I think they are. I saw this. Yeah, as a rebrand, especially because this was before the marriage equality.
I guess what I'm saying is, I think that if the wind was to blow in the other direction,
I agree with you.
They will stop trying to look not homophobic.
Yes, I agree with that. But I do think they were trying to rebrand the company and be GMM is not homophobic.
Yes. Which
it's for their own good. It's not about whether they're gay or not.
Yeah, I guess the point I'm just trying to make is like the entity itself can be homophobic or not homophobic. Yeah. They don't really care as long as the money comes in, and you have to decide whether you're okay with that ethically, morally, and all those things. which is why I am constantly telling people, at least on TikTok. So if you're watching me on YouTube or Patreon and you've never seen my TikTok, please know that I say this all the time. Never be a company stan. You never should be like a massive fan of a company. Like, they will screw you, the individual, over at any chance they get if it benefits their bottom line. So stop thinking that every company is amazing. All of the companies are bad. All of them. They're all bad. They all have good in them. They all have bad. I am not ever going to sit here and be like, GMM is better than Domundi. Domundi is better than GMM. No, I don't do that over here. And these two, because I'm finally pointing at Yoshi, these two know that.
Are you?
I think I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
These two know that because they've heard my rants. I don't care what company it is. Wabi Sabi is just like, has its own issues. They all have issues.
Yeah.
So support the individuals in the industry. Stop supporting companies, guys, please. I beg. But also stop, if you're going to have complaints about a company, and I can say this because this is my Patreon and my YouTube, so I'm going to say it, and I'm 10 toes down on this. If you're going to have a fucking problem with a company, choose the right critique.
That's the part I was going to mention. Because what's happening is they perverted what you've said. It's been really interesting to watch, where if you just don't get mad wholesale about the thing that everyone's mad about, then they've now defined that as being a company stand. And I'm like, no, you're mad about incorrect stuff that you made up.
It makes me mad all of the time. All of the time I see fans complain about things, and I'm like, that's the wrong thing to be upset about. Choose the right thing. Like, this whole thing with girl rules or girl rules. And I'm not trying to trigger you all over again, but
I had some flashbacks popping up. Like,
I have yet to see, and truly, I'm not seeking it out because it does annoy me so much. There might be some valid criticisms out there. I have yet to see any valid criticisms about that show. I have yet to see any valid criticisms about that show. And I told Kelly this, and I told Yoshi this when I told everybody when we talked about this when it happened. The second you use a slur, you've lost your argument.
Mm-hmm.
You have lost it. That's no longer a critique. You're just an asshole. There's so many. I could bring up so many fandom things. I'm just bringing up girl rules right now because it was recent, and also there's been an ongoing complaint about GMM being anti-woman, essentially being sexist, misogynistic. And you're not entirely wrong, but you guys keep critiquing them about the wrong things. You're latching on in the wrong ways, and I need you to latch on in the right ways. It's driving me, and you're going to drive people away from GL. You're going to drive them away from these actresses, and it's not going to do any fucking good. That's the other thing, is y'all don't understand the effect. So many fandoms lack the understanding, and I'm going outside of GMM now. So many fandoms lack the understanding that you will ruin things for your artists. If you can't lock your shit down, you will drive away sponsors. They will lose work, and it will be your fault. And you'll be sitting on Twitter saying, oh, it's the company's fault. No, it was your fault, babe. It was your fault because you scared sponsors away. That's on you.
I saw somebody try to shut up. There's someone that had started a thread. I can't remember who it was about. And basically they were just being a hot mess, right? And in the name of their fave. And someone came in and basically said that they were like, guys, we need to chill. You know, sponsors and stuff can see this. This is not helping the artists. Like, maybe we respond in a respectful way. And they said, you don't get to tell me how to feel or how I want to respond. And if I want to go off, I get to. So don't lecture me. And then they kept going. And I was like, oh, that's what this is out here in this world. That's what this is. They do not care.
Yeah,
I do not believe most of these people actually care about these actors at all.
Yeah. And I do. And I know you do. And I know that Yoshi does.
I just want him to be happy and do well.
I'll tell you
He's
right now, if you're
successful.
watching this and you're hearing this and you're feeling guilty or you're getting mad because we're saying all this or whatever, I'll tell you right now, it's okay if you unsubscribe. It's okay if you stop following my Patreon. It's okay if you block me everywhere because you're mad I'm saying this. I don't care. I don't spend any time with people who view them as objects and product and something to just get mad about for no reason. Like, those are not the people I surround myself with.
The one. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. You're all good. I'm just, you know me when I get ranty. This is just.
I don't want to talk over you.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
I was gonna say too, the other thing that's worrying me about these weirdo things that are going on is this artificial time limit they put on how long a show should take, when it should come out, because I'm on your channel.
I'm the person who goes, say the thing. I want you to say the thing.
I think I don't know if I said it on the live or not, where I'm like, because Girl Rules, the way they have lit into that show about how long it's taking, and I'm like, I truly believe they actually give JoJo a long tether. Like, he gets to take the time to actually perfect the show and do it well. Where a lot of these shows, as many people have said, are getting churned out at lightning speed.
Yeah.
And there is a fear of what's happening with Girl Rule, pissing off the fandom.
Yeah.
So you have a scenario like Dare You to Death. And I'm going to tell you, I honest to God believe they didn't want to mess with the timeline. The director was double booked. And you can say all you want about how they should have known. That's BS. You cannot control everything. These are not omnipresent people who can control it all. There's just so many things that go into play here. And they're not just GMM directors. Most of these directors are a part of production teams that work with multiple shows across multiple companies. So if something happens and something's double booked, then the choice has to be made. Do I push this out? Do we get Dare You to Death in 2026 mid-year and the fandom rage about the mistreatment of June and Dunk? Or do we place somebody else in? And whoever that dude was, he didn't understand who they were, and he did not understand the subject matter. And so it wasn't bad. I don't think it was so bad. There's like a lot of
strictly fine.
It was solidly okay.
But
he watched solid 7.
When you watch the behind the scenes, it's so clear he does not understand. Oh, am I glitching for y'all?
No, you're doing great.
No, you're good.
I just whispered generous when he said 7.
It's clear he didn't. There were moments where they were going in and getting hot and heavy, and he would say, too intense, gotta back up. Like, he wouldn't allow them. He cut their sex scene. They were pissed. They hated it. Every time watching them watch this show was so painful because they were like, what is happening right now? Like, we made out for a lot longer.
Netflix is like the place to put that on.
So weird. Yeah. It's the direct. I am telling you, watch those behind the scenes. The director didn't want them to be intense. He was pulling them back in a way that, like, what are you doing? They just did a Heart Killers.
I know. Have you not seen June Dunk before? Like, hello?
And it wasn't just the intensity in the sex scenes. It was the intensity of just how deeply they would feel. Like, June would get really upset in this scene, and you'd hear him say, pull too much. I'm like, who is this director? And then the way that it was done, where, you know, the crimes happened here and they were over there.
Yeah.
Like, when I hear people talk about the book, it was much more emotional. It had a much deeper soul to it. It was a lot more going on. And this director just seemed, but if you take a director who's not attached to the, because what I don't think people understand is these directors are bringing these shows, you know, they're attaching themselves to the script. They're sitting down together with the actors. They're deciding to go on this journey together.
Yeah.
So when you just plop somebody in like that, and I think they just like threw that dude in there.
You could feel it in the show. You could feel the disconnect.
Yeah.
And they said they did it not to lose time. And so for every Girl Rule person bitching on this app about how long it took, you could have had that happen to you. Like, shut up and let the. I've never
I
seen people so mad at somebody working. It's
I
wild
always
to me.
I always say, unless it's an inexplainably long time, I always say I'd rather they take their time and like give
Take
it
your
give
time.
it give it what it deserves. Now, if it comes out and you bullshitted it, there was some bullshit and you took all your time, then I'm gonna be mad. But if you actually took your time, paid attention to detail, it passes the shirt test, like then I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, that was an incredible show. And I know JoJo can pull out an incredible show.
The
You have to
trailer
give him
was
the time
so
to do it.
good.
You have to give him the time to do it. It's like they
Every-
give Piaf all the time that he wants.
Yes.
Partially because he's the creative director, so he can. But they give him all the time he wants because they know he's going to give them something that is going to blow up everywhere.
I think the other disconnect that people have is they don't understand original works versus adaptations to the book. Ticket to Heaven, Girl Rule, Only Friends Dream On. These are all Burnout Syndrome. They're all original works. So they
Yeah.
got to write the script.
Yeah.
And it might need rewrites and edits. And
You got to write the script. You got to build the world. Like in Burnout Syndrome, we saw sets that we had never seen before.
Exactly.
Nuge had to find those places. They had to, yes.
Location scouting.
Yes.
Like all of this stuff that goes in. And they're like, how did you decide this was too long? How did you decide that the timer was up and it should have been done by now? And it was unfair to you. You know, they just don't know what they're doing over the way these people talk. They're cheap. They don't know what they're doing. They don't understand. Well, Four Elements gets it. And I'm just like, what are you even talking? Four Elements, they got nothing to do with this over here. Like it's a completely different situation. I was watching it going, oh, these people don't even watch GMM shows.
And yet
most of
they
them
like their GLs. And yet they like their GLs every
It's
time.
crazy.
But they complain. And this isn't just for the GL sector before anybody decides
no,
to chop
other
our heads
people are
off.
doing it too. Yeah.
It's just plenty of this is just a similar complaint to many situations that we have watched and been witness to and have complained about and gotten backlash for. Like the lack of understanding about how any of it works. The shoestring budgets they're often on. The way that sponsor, like I need people to watch the BLs and stuff that have shown what it's like to have a sponsor telling you how a scene is supposed to go. Like if just newsflash, anybody who doesn't realize it, if you know, Yoshi, what is going on with you?
Yeah,
I was gonna say a thing, but you
say the thing.
I was just gonna say if you know. This is going to be self-promo. If you want to see a show where you get a lot of behind-the-scenes like action happening,
I was like, what show?
Oh,
you can come watch Lovely Writer with me and Kelly.
Yeah.
On Monday evening.
What is he talking about? But they do touch on that a lot. I was thinking top form. Wasn't even thinking Lovely Writer.
But yeah, if you've ever watched a show and been like, why did that scene seem so out of place? Because the director who's been directing the whole thing is not directing that scene. Technically, I mean, technically their name is on the product. But actually the sponsors behind the scenes going, I didn't like the way that his shirt looked in that. Let's change the shirt. Let's make the angle a little bit more clear. Let's brighten it up a bit.
There's a reason that every time they have one of those drink sponsorships, I always call it out when they inevitably every time mention how Sochun it is. It's always that. Always that.
You know what?
It is Sochun. Always specifically. I'm like, that's because that's in their contract. They have to say how refreshing it is.
And you know what? We're Americans, so we deal with have an influx of ads thrown at us all of the time. And a lot of us have grown pretty immune to a lot of it. I have fallen for I want to try Oishi, but it's because it's been beaten into me for
Yeah.
years now. So it's finally worked. But I
want to see if it's so soon.
Yeah. Oh, I
Anyway.
guess it doesn't work that well because I still got those chocolate cookie thingies over there. They're probably expired at this
Are they the
point.
ones that we were like, we want to try them, and then we couldn't figure out how to get them?
Yeah, I never ate them. I wasn't that
What were they called? Choco
Choco something.
Pies. Choco pies.
Choco
I
pies.
might have tossed them. I'm pretty sure they're
Okay.
expired.
I didn't.
Remember
I didn't
we
like
had a
the.
whole thing.
I didn't
we
like
had
the
a whole
creepy
thing. We were
doll
gonna all
seaweed.
get them.
I didn't like
Yeah.
the creepy doll seaweed as much as I thought I might, but
Oh,
I
it
got
wasn't
convinced. I got convinced to do it because I watched Om Nanan do a great product placement for it.
Yeah.
And then they did the same thing in Lita. It was a great product placement for the seaweed sheets.
We're talking about the sponsors. We also specifically for GMM and Change. Is there another one that's under them? GMM and Change are under 131, and GMM TV and Change are under 131 and GMM TV. So it's not just the sponsors; it's their CEO, the CEO.
Yes,
They have
yeah.
bosses they have to answer to.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone on such a rant about this, and I don't
We
even know where we
did.
originated, but I just know that it is the soapbox that you and I have stood on for years, yelling at people about. These companies are not in it for the good of the actor. They are not in it for what you individually as a fan wants. They're not even in it for what the fandom itself wants. They're in it for whatever money they can get from it. So, like, I need people. I don't know what awakening needs to happen across the world to make people realize that these people are actually people. So they're going to have human relationships. And that means that they're going to have people they dislike, and they're going to have people they like, and they're going to have people that they have feelings for. And there's going to be nuance, and they're going to have different dynamics with different people. And I don't know how people need to realize and figure out how to handle that, but I really need them to figure out how to handle that because it is exhausting.
I will always go back to what Jeff said. Why would I tell you about my relationship before I know where it stands? He's like, I don't want you. He said, I don't want a third party. If I'm trying to figure my stuff out, why would I want you all involved in that? You don't get to be a part of that. I was like, it's the realest thing anyone said. Like, he's like, I'm trying to figure it out. Your input isn't going to help me in that. It's going to make it worse.
To a certain degree, I appreciate the Thai entertainment and the Korean entertainment system in terms of when we reveal relationships, because they don't really openly reveal relationships straight up, like actually say it until they're getting married, like until like an engagement has happened. And
come on, Billy Babe. Sorry,
in Korea.
You're so real for that. You're so real for that.
In Korea, and I don't know if it's the same in Thailand, but in Korea, it's even more intense like that than that. They don't announce. Thailand, they don't announce just when they've gotten engaged. They'll announce like 5 days before the wedding. They'll announce like 2 days before the wedding. They're like, "Oh, by the way, I'm getting married. I love this person. Thanks. Bye." They'll write a handwritten letter. They'll post it on the Instagram and say, "I've been dating them for 10 years. We're getting married in 2 days. Thought you should know. Bye."
Okay, thanks. Bye.
I think it's turned generational because when I think of Yaya and Nadek, that's what they did.
Yeah,
they 14 years. Yaya and
Mhm.
Nadek, from friendship to lovers to marriage,
and so much speculation in between.
So much speculation. But then I think about like some of the Dow couples that are just out and about, and they've been together for years.
I think it just depends. I think it just depends. Because I think that the ones that have been open about stuff have also seen the backlash and the heartache that can come with it when things don't go.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like Nine and Byfern right now.
Oh
like,
God, that was the most heart-wrenching thing.
I know.
But then now you got the leader of the Orange Party, defunct leader of the Orange Party,
Kita with Goy.
With Goy.
I know.
I did not see that. I was like, what are we doing?
But
Y'all
them
all over the
announcing
place
it,
now.
they've put out a bunch of pictures that is
ton.
clearly they've been together for a while. And now I'm going, how close are you two to like tying
Oh,
the
they
knot?
might be getting married.
Yeah,
You're
I'm like,
totally
how
right.
close are they?
Well,
tying the
her
knot?
breakup was what, 2022?
Well, and he wouldn't have to get ordained again to give us the indication that he'd be getting married because he was
Yeah.
already married once. So like,
Her breakup was very public and very bad. So
anyway,
I don't know any of the people you're talking about because
yeah.
great people.
but I always come back to, we can speculate, and I like Kelly and our friends and Yoshi and all of us, we speculate all the time, but we are not like, if these people come out and say, I've actually been dating this person for forever, we are never going to be the people being like, ew, how dare you, gross, I hate it, blah blah blah. We're gonna support them. So when we I've had to realize this over the years, and this is giving to the AhgaseSarah. I've had to understand this, and it took me a very long time to understand this. When I speculate, it's different than when other people speculate.
Yeah.
Because when other people speculate, they're like 10 toes down on it. They think they're like married to it, and they get real mad when it's not real. And I speculate, and I'm like, I'd really like this to be real, but I'm not. They're still people. It's not going to be exactly as I think it's happening. So I'm not like married to it. The only exception being Earth Mix. They are married, and that's real. And you're never going to convince me otherwise. They could come out with wives and children, and I would be like,
so we're
sure,
doing
Jan.
a polycule thing?
Yeah, I'd be like, sure, Jan.
Well, I think it's so interesting. I have people constantly coming on my page about Bilk and Pee trying to get an emotional something out of me. It's so wild. And I'm like, what are you expecting me to do? You know, how are you expecting me to react? Like, I honest to God don't know what's going on between them.
Yes.
And I don't need to when it gets a little too real and we're not just having a good time, I'm not digging. I'll let them do. I'm gonna pay attention, but I'm definitely not gonna hash out my thoughts about that on the internet. No, thank you. They're like, well, can you talk about? No, because I don't know what's going on.
Exactly. I don't know if you're, and I think anybody that's like listening to this is probably, I hate that for you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you're still listening to this at this point, you probably agree with us, or you're just interested in our thoughts. I don't know which way it is, but if you're listening and you're like looking for advice in watching BL or any of this stuff, my biggest, you got to find some way to anchor into your reality that these people are people and you do not know them. You got to find a way to anchor that into your reality. Because I said the Earth Mix thing, it's jokes. That one would hurt a little, but it is ultimately jokes. I just want them. I love them enough, and I know enough about them at this point that I just want whatever's best for them and what they need. And if one day what they need is not each other, that's gonna be weird. But it's fine.
Good luck to that other person.
Good luck to all of you.
That's why I say about Bilkin and PP too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it's like saying that about Dawu Off-Road. Like, good luck.
Oh God.
Good luck, Billy Babe.
I was gonna say Tau, but even Off-Road would be in the window in the middle of the night. What y'all doing?
He really would, though. He really would. But I still like, we don't know these people, and that I have those two things anchored deeply in my own reality. Ultimately, I don't know them, so they could be horrible people, and that could come out one day.
Yep.
We've seen
it in the global scale.
We've seen it. They could be horrific people, or they could be fine people, but their relationships could change, because that is a thing that happens. I have it anchored in my reality that they are people with complex lives that we don't know anything about, and that I don't know them. And so therefore, as much as I speculate, I'm never so married to it that I'm like traumatized or ragey when the reality doesn't match what my speculation is.
Yes. I always say, like, My go-to is like, I have theories. I have things
Mhm.
that I believe are probably true. But in the back of my head, my anchoring thought is always, these are very, very attractive, very, very famous 20-something-year-old men.
Yes.
They be fucking. I don't know who they be doing, but
I said it. You just said it.
I don't know
It's
who,
true. You're right.
but it's
Yeah.
happening. I can have theories about it. I can think that if it wasn't this person, I would be kind of disappointed. I can have design,
Yeah.
like I can have designs on who I would want it to be if they were going to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
But they are very attractive, very famous 20-some-year-old men. It's happening.
Yeah.
That's not just BL. That's all
Everywhere.
the K-pop girlies out there who are like, my soft, sweet baby IN would never.
He is. Absolutely. Everything that
Ma'am.
Yoshi said, exactly. And I also want to add, I don't know if it's necessarily a caveat. I'm still going to get upset when you do things or say things that I think is to their detriment and you're making things harder for them, because despite not knowing, I don't know them and they have their own lives, I do care about them because I recognize that they are people and I want to support them because they have yet to prove themselves to be god-awful human beings. So I
Right.
do care about them. And if you do or say something that gets people riled up or whatever, that gets them in a tight, bad spot, I am going to be upset about that. But when it comes to their relationships and the things that are true about them that we find out, okay, I don't know them.
Yeah.
They are human beings. They're on the other side of the world.
Yep.
And frankly, and this is how I used to operate, so it's real weird when I think about my former self and my current self. I didn't want to be known. I didn't want these people having any access to me. I wanted to be the weirdo in the corner going, good job. But like, they don't know my face, you know? It really freaks me out still that I have any videos out about GOT7 because I really desperately need none of them to know that I exist. I really need none of them to know I exist. I just need them to know that I love them, but I'm just a nameless, faceless. I love them. They can never know. They can never perceive me. It freaks me out that any of these BL guys have perceived me, and they have, and that fucked with me for a really long time.
I remember the first I had somebody drop by my profile. I was like, I have less than 1,000 followers. What are you doing here, sir? What are you doing right now here? Right here in my house?
I remember that.
What are you doing right now right here in my house? You need to go. You're not. No, thank you, sir. I don't need you perceiving me because I don't know who you're showing me to.
And I also understand the dangers of becoming too parasocial and getting too wrapped up in them paying attention to you. If they're still paying attention to me, cool. If they're not, cool. I don't want to know. I don't need to know because I've watched people, and there are people on the Clock app who have gotten way too parasocial to the point of you lost your damn mind and you need to back the hell up because you think you're friends with that man and you're not. And you look crazy. You look crazy. And by looking, I mean you are crazy, but you don't know that man. Just because he left a comment on your video once does not mean you know him. You are not friends with him. Yikes. And I always add this, Yoshi, this is not for you. So stop. Don't do your thing. They are still men at the end of the day.
Oh, Yoshi.
Am I one of the good ones?
Yes, Yoshi, good God.
Not all men. Oh my gosh.
And this is a conversation that's come up a bunch and we don't have to launch into it, but even if they are queer, which I always, and I think the rest of my friends here operate this way. If I'm having to assume a sexuality, I'm assuming queer before
Every
anything
time.
else.
I will always assume somebody's gay. If you walk up to me and introduce me to your wife and 2 children, I'll be like, oh, bi representation.
Bi wife energy. But I always feel like I need to make this caveat when we do these rants and things about who these people are and stuff like that. Even if they're queer, they can still be misogynistic. They can still be racist.
Yeah.
They can still be
I hate
like,
women.
they can shut up. They can still be ethnocentric.
That
they
is
can
a
still
joke.
be
That is a
xenophobic.
joke.
Jesus. They can still be xenophobic. They can still be all of the things, guys. Just because you're in a minority group in some way does not mean you're not any of those other things. So stop putting them on a pedestal.
People understand when they find somebody they really dislike, and their first thing is, well, they're homophobic, and I'm like, I don't know that that's the truth. They might not be. They might be gay as the day is long, and all the things you don't like about them may still be true. And I still feel like that's a very difficult thing for the greater fandom. And oddly enough, well, no, I'm not even going to say. I just think overall, I was going to say a lot of the straight women do that because they are not recognizing their infantilization or pedestaling of queer men. But I'm going to say
a lot of queer people do it too.
They do it too.
And also, just because somebody's queer doesn't mean they're not transphobic. I also need to point that one out.
Transphobia is rampant. Especially right now in the States. Because they're trying to other themselves.
Yeah, everybody's desperate to other people.
But like the movement to we're just LGB, like no
disgusting.
T. Like
what?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
not in my house.
That is actively happening.
Yeah, miss me with that. No.
Not in my house.
Not here. Anyway, we've done a long rant about a lot of things.
Yes, we
have. We started with the
show
industry.
Ended an hour ago.
Yeah, we started with the industry, and we've kept going into the fandom stuff. And this is why we should just do a podcast.
Another podcast.
I can't do another podcast. I love this show real bad. We've only got 3 episodes left after this. I'm real excited to watch those 3 episodes, and also real scared because I know I'm gonna be real mad.
We're gonna have to. It's gonna have to be sooner than.
Yeah. It's gonna have to be sooner than this
Later.
long month-long wait we've had. But I love the show. Thank you guys for making me watch it. Thanks for watching it with me. We're all watching different things and reacting to different things on our own Patreons and channels and stuff. A lot of it is together, a lot of it is alone, or some of it is alone, a lot of it's together, blah blah blah. We've got more to come, so check out all of our socials in all the places. And I think that's it. You guys have any more thoughts?
I think we're good.
Okay. I love you, friends. Thank you for staying with me and doing this with me. And see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.